Hello, everybody. Captain Marty Brill here on Tuesday, September the 16th. Thanks for joining us while we watch the wind blow and the big seas pounding the beaches right now. Last few days, still going to be a few more days of it. But the drum bite's been good, and I'll tell you all about that. That's really about all we're going to have in our report today. But I'll be right back to bring you up to date on red drum fishing on the Outer Banks.
Locally owned and operated since 1971, Billy's Seafood has been providing the locals and visitors of the Outer Banks with some of the freshest seafood you'll find. Not too far off the beaten path down Collington Road in KDH, Billy's Seafood has become a landmark for those seeking top-notch seafood at affordable prices. Billy's Seafood also has beer, wine, grandma's tuna salad, and other groceries as well. To see more, go online to billyseafoodobx.com. Billy's Seafood, putting fresh seafood on your table for over 50 years.
Catch the vibe at Fish Head's Bar and Grill at milepost 18.5 in South Nags Head on the Outer Banks Fishing Pier. Open through the Thanksgiving weekend, we are the Outer Banks hotspot for oceanfront dining and all the good times. Kick back with 40 beers on tap, a wide selection of wine and sake cocktails, and the famous happy hour shrimp daily from 4 until 6. Weekends come alive with live music while our open-air pier setting offers unbeatable ocean views. Don't miss out. Your OBX adventure starts at fishheadsobx.com.
So before we get to that, it's important to note that the offshore fleets are blown out again. I spent the day with Captain Dickie Harris yesterday, who was nice enough to drive me down to New Bern. We spent a day down there, had a doctor's appointment, did a little shopping, and went out and ate at a really nice restaurant in Little Washington called Rib Eyes. Very good, right down there on the waterfront. And we got back safe and sound with good reports. But meanwhile, he doesn't think he'll get his boat out till Friday. His boat is the Fantastic at the Oregon Inlet Fishing Center, and they'll probably be lucky to make it out by Friday. So nothing in the offshore or nearshore reports right now. What is in all the news is this world-class red drum bite that we are having. Jeanette's Pier has been the epicenter of it. Captain Arch Bracher on the Pelican, who's probably our area's number one marlin captain, but also number one red drum angler. And it's not enough for him to fish all day long off his charter boat. He'll come in and him and his twin brother Pat will go out and fish all night long, especially for red drum. I think I heard him tell Captain Dickie yesterday he had caught 40 red drum in the last 8 days. That's pretty darn good. Now, he's as good as they are at it. But a lot of these fish are 45, 46, 47 inches are the big red drum, and they're on near about every pier north of Oregon Inlet, lesser in numbers south of Oregon Inlet on the Avon Pier and the Rodanthe Pier, but still catch them there. And of course, the fish will be moving down more onto Cape Point. It's a little bit soon for that, is what I understand right now. But it was really, really good drum fishing. And there has been over the last couple of days a good spot bite on the Nags Head Pier, amongst others. So Avalon Pier had a few spots. And so that's the only other game in town that I can think of to share with you today. Now, having said that, the only other game in town in the ocean. I'm going to take a little short break here, and I'll be right back to talk to you about, talk to Gray Davis yesterday and tell you about what's going on in the backcountry when I come back.
Ready to enjoy the Outer Banks the way it was meant to be enjoyed? Then you're ready to take the whole family to Jeanette's Pier in Nags Head. Start with a walk on the 1,000-foot-long pier to watch the sunrise or a reel in the catch of the day. Some of the best fishing on the East Coast is right here at Jeanette's Pier. Plus, Jeanette's Pier plays host to various events throughout the year, including professional surfing events. For the best day you'll have on the Outer Banks, go to Jeanette'sPier.net or give us a call at 252-255-1501. Jeanette's Pier, milepost 16.5, Nags Head.
Gray was sharing with Captain Dickie and I yesterday on our road trip that in the 14 days of the flounder season, they limited out 13 of them, which is pretty darn good. And then also that would be in the Pamlico Sound, mostly in the estuaries of it. Gray lives in Fairfield and guides all over the Pamlico, Alligator River, all over that area on his charter boat. Now, there's also was good trout fishing for him and others, but they're also having to pick their days. They don't have the swell issues that the guys are having over on the beach. They don't have to cross a dangerous bar, but there's still plenty of caution that needs to be exercised when it's blowing 25 or 30. He knows where to go to get in a lee or to get in an estuary, and they'll do really good that way. There's also been a good bite on the Bell Island Pier. The Bell Island Pier over in Hyde County in the Sound. I don't know many details on that. It's pretty much a covert operation, but I do know I had a friend that caught one there on Sunday morning, as I mentioned yesterday. So there, you got that going on, and there are good opportunities for wade fishing where no boat is required, and you can find a lee and get out of the wind a little bit. Backside of Hatteras Island, almost the entire length of that will work, and also the south end of Roanoke Island. Another good spot. Find a place to get down on the shoreline. And there's no excuse for not going fishing somewhere if you want to go bad enough. And that's really all I have for the Fish Report as we continue to watch the weather blow. And I think we should be grateful. This thing sure has a stormy feel to it, but hopefully it's going to move on offshore. And as I mentioned, the offshore guys, at least out of Oregon Inlet, think they're going to get back out maybe on Friday. If they do, I'll keep you posted. But thanks for being back with us. Be careful. Enjoy the bad weather. That's some of my favorite times on the Outer Banks is when it's stormy. It's one of the things I love about this area. So be careful, and may the good Lord bless you.